Gentlemen, thank you for tapping into another video. Today we're going to talk about something that's very, very important, and I feel like a lot of men don't know how to gauge when to let her go, when to get rid of this woman, when to get out of this toxic relationship. Now, too often we hold on to things that we probably shouldn't be holding on to. So there's a few questions I always ask myself whenever I'm thinking about, like, all right, what's the real deal here? What's really fucking going on? Too many of us are stuck in a relationship with a woman who's disrespecting us, who's lying to us, who's cheating on us, who honestly doesn't even want to be there, but she doesn't want to be the one that lets go, right? That's the real reason why you're in this toxic relationship, because neither of you want to let go. It's like a safety net. And so I just ask myself these questions all the time. The first question I ask myself is, if I was a billionaire, would I still be with this woman? That's the first underlying question you need to ask yourself. And if the answer is no, you shouldn't even be in a relationship with that person. That's the amount of money you have should not determine whether you're going to be with someone or not. So that is, if that's a factor and you're saying no, you need to let them go. Another question I ask is this person adding to my happiness? Now, your happiness is ultimately all determined on you and what you bring to the table and things like that nature, but you should not be looking to someone else for your happiness. But if this person is actually taking away from what happiness you do have, you need to let that person go. The next question I ask is, does the good outweigh the bad? Everyone has good and bad. You know, so just because someone has some bad traits or whatever doesn't mean you just quit on your relationship. And when I say that, that's in terms of healthy good and healthy bad. This isn't a person who slaps the shit out of you and then the next moment they're kissing up on you, telling you I'm sorry, they love you, and making it feel better. That's not the good and the bad. The good and the bad is she's a little loud at restaurants, but she teaches you how to focus and teaches you how to budget your money and you get me? Like that's the type of good and bad. We don't. Whew. Moving on. Another question I ask myself is, does this woman admire me? Does this woman admire me? Does this woman love me? And does this woman respect me? That's all one question, kind of like tied up and bundled up together. If your woman doesn't admire you, if she doesn't look up to you, if she doesn't seek you for guidance, she probably doesn't want to be with you, and you guys are probably destined to end. That is not the woman for you. She's not her. She's not it, and you're wasting your time. So if she doesn't admire you, then she probably doesn't want you. And if she doesn't want you, she doesn't love you. And if she doesn't love you, you don't need to be in that relationship. Over and over again, you hear a friend or even yourself, even myself, we stick to things, and you have to really understand why you are still in this situation. And it usually comes down to a few things. It's usually because you feel like this is the best you can get. 2, you feel like you've spent so much time and energy getting this, so you want to keep it. You're being selfish. And 3, it's just easier to be with someone who you already know and who have already been with because you're fucking lazy. Those are the real reasons. So if it's a relationship that needs to end and you feel like it's supposed to end and it's that point where it's supposed to end and everyone around you is feeling bad for you and you are feeling bad and everything about it is fucking up your life, you need to let this relationship go. And the only one that can do it is you, or the next thing that will happen, she gonna cheat on your ass and you really gonna be hurt. But that's another video. Peace.